Hey, what's going on, Facebook fam? I very seldom do anything like this in terms of videos. I post a lot of stuff to try to bring awareness to what's going on in this country and in this world. But today I'm sitting here perplexed, upset, frustrated, mad, sad as I watch this nation that at one point I honestly believed, I guess it was my naivety, that we were making some kind of progress. I remember telling my then 12-year-old son when President Obama was first elected that things were going to get worse racially. And he didn't understand what I was saying. And I explained to him that there are people that don't want us to make any kind of progress. And we have seen a decline in this nation in regards to racial togetherness since then. And it's gotten heightened since Trump has taken office with his rhetoric, his tweets, just the vile nature that this man represents. And we have continued to watch black men and women be killed for alleged minor offenses, not given the opportunity to go to court, tried in the streets, convicted in the streets, killed in the streets, to the point where there isn't a black man or woman I know that trusts any police officer, black or white. And that's sad. The past few years, I've been pulled over 3 different times for no reason, given no warning, just harassed. My son has been pulled over, harassed. It's frustrating. Black Americans work our butts off to ensure that we are accepted, that we do the right thing all the time. We try to be perfect. It's the only way President Obama even became president and remained president for 8 years, is he had to be as close to perfect as possible. He could not have gotten away with the things that 45 has done or said. And it's tough to be black in this country. No one understands the plight in which we face on a daily basis. Just to get up, take care of our families, go to work, go to sporting events, etc. We deal with things that you have no idea. Going to a store, going to buy a car, buying a home, fighting for an interest rate, regardless of our credit rating. Assuming that if we have on a hoodie that we're a thug. If we voice our opinion or have any kind of dissenting opinion, we're considered angry and then marked on our jobs or civic organizations that we may be a part of. It's exhausting. It is exhausting. And I know I'm tired. I'm frustrated with this because as I was called nigga every day of my first grade year in elementary school and having to fight off that garbage. Not being able to play the game of baseball like my white friends because the fields were privately owned, so they didn't let us play. Having to prove myself over and over again academically that I was worthy to be in a class until all of a sudden they realized, wow, he's gifted and talented, so let's put him in that program. And then continually having to prove myself over and over and over and over again. It is exhausting. And then I exhaust my children telling them that they have to be twice as good just to be on an even playing ground. They get sick of hearing it. They get tired of me getting on them if they bring home an 88, when little Johnny across the street would be happy to have an 88, and his parents would be happy for little Johnny to have an 88. But I don't allow my kids to have an 88 because they need a 98 just to be considered for a position, just to be considered for any kind of award at school. They don't even know what they're about to face when they leave this house. And I try to protect them and try to get them ready for this nation. Anything, every American only wants to have the pursuit of happiness, which is afforded to us, supposedly. But we don't really get that. We have to fight for it. We have to be multiple people. We're a person when we're with our friends, and then we're a person when we're with our white friends, and then we're a person when we're at work. We're a person when we're at church. We have so many multiple personalities. We're like chameleons. We have to blend in with whatever environment we happen to be in that day. And it's exhausting. My white friends don't have to do that. They are themselves 24 hours a day, every day, whether they're at the ballpark, whether they're at the corporate office, whether they're with their friends, whether they're with me. They don't have to change anything that they do, say, act. They don't have to change a thing. They are not exhausted. But now that we have cities burning down, now people want to get involved. Now people are upset. Now people want to voice that they're with us. And I appreciate my friends that have reached out to me, that have texted me, that have called me, DM'd me. I appreciate you. Thank you. But this isn't the first incident, and it's definitely not the first time I've voiced my opinion on social media. But now we look at the buildings burning down in our cities, and all of a sudden my inbox is overflowing. And I appreciate it. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I appreciate it. And I do not condone the violence. I do not condone the rioting. I do not condone looting and burning down buildings. But when you turn the heat up to 212 degrees, that water's going to boil. I think we've been at 211 degrees for a long time, right at the tipping point. And somehow it got to 212, and it's done. I don't know if it's COVID that's caused it. 30, 40 million people out of work. People are frustrated with the system, frustrated with the leadership, frustrated with people that we think are supposed to take care of us not caring at all. Yeah. The pot is boiling. And a lot of people right now are going to get burnt. And it's sad. But that's what happens when you don't care. When leadership has no empathy. for the constituents which they are sworn to serve, that's what happens. And that's where we are. And I don't know what it's going to take to change the system and change this world that we're in. But right now, we've got a boiling pot, and we've got to figure out what to do.